Okay, morning guys. Alright, let's get started. Alright, US stocks advanced after Microsoft and Amazon delivered a stellar set of results that saw the S&P close at new all-time highs, while closing in the green for the fourth consecutive week. As you can see on Bloomberg, we're up another 5.5 points, continue to make all-time highs in the S&P. Equities briefly retraced gains after major news sources reported that Senator Rand Paul was threatening to delay a Senate confirmation vote of President Obama's nomination of Janet Yellen to Fed chair. Okay, then this morning, Asian stocks followed a positive lead from the US as the region bounces back from Friday's declines. And then you got the yen weakening against all of its major peers before Bank of Japan meeting, at which policymakers will decide whether to continue buying more than 7 trillion yen of Japanese government bonds each month to help end deflation. And then this morning we got Nedbank came out with guidance, 9-month net interest income up 8.3% to 15.7 billion rand. Q3 credit loss ratio 1.15%, previously 1.02%, and Q3 non-interest revenue 14.2% to 14.17 billion rand. And they came out with a comment saying continue to make satisfactory progress on headline earnings per share, guidance on medium to long-term earnings per share in 2013 unchanged. Then out of the US, we've got Merck coming out before the bell, and then after hours we've got Apple coming out with earnings. So watch that one. That's could definitely lead the market. Then AMCU meets with members to consider industrial action at Implats after failed wage talks last week. Then coming out today, Chinese industrial profits were 13.5%, previously 12.8%. And then we've got end of European daylight savings time, so we've got an hour before UK opens. So everyone here is pumped up about that. That can yield some intraday opportunities. Italian business confidence, US industrial production out later, US capacity utilization out. At 4 o'clock we've got pending home sales, and 4:30 Dallas Fed manufacturing. And then just going ahead for the week, is that earnings out of the Eurozone, UBS, Deutsche Bank, Standard Chartered and Lloyds. And on Wednesday we've got Fed policy decision, US CPI on Thursday, Sabanya Q3 update, ExxonMobil and AIG out of the US on Thursday, and Friday we've got Chinese manufacturing PMI and HSBC manufacturing PMI. All right, let's see what's going on the charts. We got. We're going to start with the Aussie. You can see I actually drew in this symmetrical triangle before we opened this morning. It's clearly broken right through that. We're trading at 4,832. Nicely high this morning, up 237 points. Target from this breakout is approximately it's about from 4,350 to 409, so 600 points. Looking at about 41,100, 41,200 as a possible target in the short term. All right, let's have a look at US dollar ZAR. Okay, so we've had a bit of rand strengthening against the dollar recently. Let's actually just pop to a slightly longer term chart. We can see we've had this really strong trend line in place for the last couple of years. The trend line comes in at about 9.5. If we can get it moved anywhere close to that, I would say that's a very good buying opportunity. The very solid trend in place. We can look for more rand weakness once we get down to this 9.5 level. Otherwise, if you're looking to short the rand or buy the dollar, we need a break to the upside above 990. So a break above 990 for continuation. Otherwise, buy off support at 9.5. That's buying the US dollar against the rand. Let's have a look at Aspen. Okay, Aspen really struggled to get past this 265, 266 level. There was a big seller in there, and then it forced it down to test that 260 level again for the countless time, and it's bounced right back up to 265. I think it ended at 265.50 on Friday. So we really got to look for a breakout in this one. It can't seem to break lower than 260, and we're getting pretty close to a potential breakout. I would say, if we can close decisively above 266, 267, I think you could buy it for 280. I like the percentage play on this one. If we have a look at Able, okay, so Able broke out from this head, like sort of flattish head and shoulders a little while ago, or inverse head and shoulders, shall I say. It broke out sharply to the upside, and since has been flagging. Then on Friday, they came out with a trading statement that the market clearly didn't like. They ramped it down. I think it was down 7%. And then I believe it was a conference call that turned it around, and they actually ended up positive for the day. So I would say that's pretty bullish for Able. Obviously, still a lot of caution is advised because this thing is extremely volatile. At the moment, this trend line or this resistance line comes in at about between, I'd say, 1760, 1770, around there. If we can get a clear break above there, I would even like to see a clear break above 18, and I think then we could possibly see a continuation of this inverse head and shoulders breakout to about 21 Rand. But as I say, caution is advised. This thing's moving around quite dramatically. Standard Bank, this is one we have been showing quite a bit, but I really think this could be play of the year for the next, well, for 2000 going into 2014, I would say. Really big breakout from this weekly chart. Whenever a chart's, whenever you can see this pattern on a monthly or a weekly and a daily, then there's a high probability that it's going to sort of really have a big move. So this one, its target to the upside is, probably about 180 in the longer term. But it's clearly broken out. I would say any pullbacks to around 120 gives us a good buying opportunity in Standard Bank. But I think you just got to be buying pullbacks regardless on shorter-term time frames. And I think this could give us a lot of opportunities over the next year to be buying pullbacks. Let's have a look at Old Mutual. Mutual's also similar. We've got obviously not as big a breakout on the weekly, but it's a bit of a symmetrical triangle that's been formed here. They've obviously hold a big portion of Nedbank, which just keeps going up, so that can't be bad for their share price. The target from this symmetrical triangle, 31.90 to 26.50. You're looking at about $5 from the breakout, $6 from the breakout. At the moment, it's the breakout level is about 31, so we're looking at around 36, 37 as a slightly longer term target. Same thing with Mutual. I think we're really looking to be buying pullbacks, and if we do get some weakness in the rand, that's obviously going to help that as well. And then the last one I'm going to show is Barclays Group. This chart's pretty rough, and you can see these wicks are pretty tall, and can be quite illiquid. But we're sitting at 150 at the moment. I would say 150 is a pretty good level to start looking for a reversal of from this pullback. We're also sitting right on the 20-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. So if we get a reversal day, you can either look to buy at the moment and with possibly a stop below this support line over here coming in close to 150. I think it's at 149 at the moment, and buy with a stop below there, or you can buy the first reversal day that happens off this level. I think we could get another move back to recent highs in Barclays Group. And that's all for today, guys. Good luck.